The cracked vase lasts. Anonymous, I was driving around town one morning full of conflict, having arguments with people who weren't there, and I was winning. A police car's flashing lights jolted me out of my reverie, and a moment later I received a ticket for driving with an expired inspection sticker. I went through my usual drill for when bad things happen to good people, practiced letting go and all that, and went home. A few days later, I found myself engaged in another conflict and spending hours obsessing about it. This time, though, I paused to notice that as I put my energies into stewing, my responsibilities faded into the background. Caught up in the emotions of my latest conflict, I had lost touch with the realities of my life. I realized that conflict for me has the potential of being a place I go when I should be living in reality instead. One of the responsibilities I had yet to take care of was getting my car inspected. The violation dispensing policeman had been a messenger from reality, asking me to come home. In yoga, injuries often stand in for the reality police. There are as many different reasons for injury in yoga as there are people who practice yoga, and it is possible for an injury to have no particular message. My personal experience, however, and the experience of every student who has ever discussed an injury with me, suggests that injuries don't happen in a vacuum. In fact, injuries are part of the interconnected web of our mind, body, spirit, and relationships. More often than not, injuries are lessons. I developed a minor form of tendinitis in my elbow while learning Ashtanga's primary series. I had had tendinitis in that elbow from riding a bike on city streets for years, and so it was tempting to say that this was simply an old injury rearing its head again. But as I analysed my yoga, I had to admit to myself that there was a lot of impatience and thoughtlessness in my transition from chaturanga to upward dog. In Ashtanga yoga, you make that transition innumerable times in the course of a 2-hour practice, and I was getting bored and sloppy just as, moments before being pulled over in the car, I had been lost in my thoughts and could not have been further from reality. I was now drifting away in my practice when I should have been fully present. I was not paying attention to the movement required to bring my body forward and up with grace. The tendinitis in my elbow was an invitation to return to reality. This is not to say that we deserve our injuries, or even that all injuries are the result of distraction or sloppy work, but our injuries do offer us an opportunity to pay attention. When we accept the invitation and bring our awareness to the root causes of an injury and to the work required to heal, we invariably find that we've moved into a deeper level of practice as a result. Our greatest liability can become our greatest asset.